All right, here we are, Bertskis. What's happening, buddy? How are you, man?
Episode 1, Bert Joe show. Here we go.
Here we are, the old B&J show, eh? Long time coming, buddy. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about it forever. The old plane rides, the bus rides, shooting the shit, doing this and that, talking about how we can connect everybody, how we can get everybody going. And you know what? This is 2019 or where are we
It's
at?
not.
Yes.
No, it's no longer 2019. Read a book.
Ended a little bit ago, anyways. So welcome to the Bert and Joey show. It's I'm Joey, and obviously my good old mate over there is Bert Malloy. How you doing, bud?
So far, so good. This is early days, and we're experimenting. So
We are.
for this year.
This is we're at the bottom of the hill. We're gonna hit the top of the mountain anytime, you know. So, anyways, Bertsky, what's the biggest thing on the market right now? ISO. We're doing the ISO. We're doing the lockdown. You doing safe lockdown, Bert?
Yeah, we've been locked down for weeks now. I don't know. Crazy times. So I just need something to look forward to. I'm not playing hockey for the first time in my life, and just want to stay connected. So I think
Yeah.
this is a good opportunity to find something to look forward to.
Yeah, I was cracking a joke the other day to somebody, and I said, yeah, I was talking to Bert Malloy, and good thing the old Corona or the COVID didn't start this year because we call it the COVID 20 for Bert Malloy, and the guy just stared at me like I was an idiot. So I didn't really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, good one.
yeah,
Nailed it.
anyway, so on to the rest of it. Yeah, man. Well, we're taking precautions to the max here. Obviously we've got a young family just like yourself, so. But like it's a pretty serious matter, and I hope everybody's at home. I hope everybody's taking it pretty serious. Everybody wants to get the season back up on the roll, back up and going, and I for one also, and you for one also. Being a captain and captain of the North Stars, and playing for the Australian men's team, and that was a big thing being stopped this year, and much like majority of it. We got a couple of the younger teams that were able to get the IIHF tournaments off and go. But
Yeah, today kind of hit home. I don't mean to talk over you, but today's like the first day that we should be at training camp. Right? I talked to Army earlier. It's just like, it really hit home. Something to look forward to every year. Something to really take pride in. And it's obviously nobody disagrees with the decisions that were made, but shitty, right? So hopefully next year.
For sure, and you know what I mean. Like it'll bounce back. Everybody bounce back. Just like we all do. You know what I mean. So, but what are some things that you're doing to keep sane? I know you're still working a bit. Myself.
Working a bit. Finger painting, mini hockey.
Yeah.
Started watching Modern Family over and over again. Same with The Office. Just like things to have in the background.
Yeah,
never gets old.
I'm about season 3 into Letterkenny, and I'm about 5 epis into the Ozark, the old Ozark there.
Yeah, I never got through the first season. I don't know. No reason why. Something to look forward to, I guess.
But what a lot of funny things though. You look in there, you're in isolation, or isolation or quarantine. You're quarantining yourself because you can't really go anywhere. And you look around your household and you think to yourself, like everything starts going. Your mind's going, your brain's going, and you think to yourself, what if I was a GM? If I was the GM in the league, like AIHL team, and I was needed to trade a player. I want to trade a player. But you're looking, you're like, who am I trading? What team am I doing? So I'm Team Joey right now. I'm looking throughout my household, and I see my dogs, and I'm gonna trade my dogs. And I'm thinking to myself, I got Mika. She's an older lab, 13. She's pretty wise. She's pretty passive. She's been around. She doesn't cause a problem, but she's pretty effective. And as a GM, I'm thinking, who would I trade her for? Like it's something like that.
How effective? What dog doing that's effective?
She's pretty effective. You know what I mean? Like she'll stare at you and she knows what's going on. She can fight the younger one. She fights the Staffy a bit, and she controls the game. And I think to myself, who in the league would I trade her for? Who would be an ideal player? And
How old is she?
13 dog years. So 13 dog years. I don't know. I'm not good with algebra. I don't even know what it is. So first person to come to mind, Matty Armstrong, great guy, beauty of a player. But you know what I mean? He's exactly that type of player.
Yeah.
He's wise, very passive. He's been around, play a lot of hockey. Doesn't cause problem, but he's effective when he needs to be, and that's the type of guy that he is.
Quite effective. Yeah, difficult to play against. Good teammate.
Yes, he
Good
is.
dude. Friend of the program.
You got Chubbs. Chubbs, what's Chubbs? What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, Chubbs is exactly that. So
I got the perfect.
I don't know.
I've seen your dog many times. I know exactly how he is, and I got one player locked in. The only player I can't even think about anybody else but this player, and we'll go on about how Chubbs is, the pros and cons of Chubbs, and then I'm gonna drop the player. I'm gonna drop the player's name. So Chubbs, he's a brown lab, chocolate lab, right?
Now?
Is he
Black lab.
black lab?
Black.
You've
You've seen him so many times.
heaps of times, best friends basically, same bus, different times, separate schools together. So Chubbs is wily. Chubbs is off the bat. Am I right? I know. Well, I know. I've seen him heaps of times. But he's rough around the edges. He's not the fittest dog. He's not the fittest dog. I got Joey Resnick.
I'm a good dog owner.
I got Joey Resnick in my head right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. You know what? Chubbs can be nimble.
Yeah.
Pretty good with the tennis ball, though. Tell you what, yeah, deceptive. I'll give you that.
That's Joey Resnick, man. That's it.
Takes huge shit.
Chubbs takes
sorry, Joe. But tell you what, Chubbs, team player. I saw him today.
Yeah.
There was a dog coming the other way, walking with the kids.
That's Joey
Freaked
Resnick.
out.
There, man. Joey Resnick, he's
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
All bark, no bite.
That's it. Right there. JR, big time. And then I got the old Puzmatron. I got the old Puz, man. He's a 5-year-old Staffy, solid build. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna play that card though. But yeah, he's fierce. He's gonna ruffle the feathers. He's great to have on your side, but he's an absolute dickhead to battle against. One person again jumps off the pages. I got Berkey. He's my guy. He's the guy I'm trading Puz for. What do you reckon?
Give me that. Yeah. Never fun to play against.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to play against, man. He's but again, if I was a GM, I'd want him on my team. Playing against the guy, I would definitely. I know a lot of guys are, they're fucking Berkey. You know what I mean? But like, there's not a GM in this league that wouldn't pick that guy up on the team. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep. Yeah, I don't disagree.
But yeah, outside that Bertsky, I like with the old isolation, I'm just I'm doing absolutely nothing. I built a little bit of a driving range in my garage, a chipping range. So I'm club leader right now there, so that's pretty good. Just can't land the putts. Still three putting, but
I could see you sitting in your garage and just like rifling golf balls off the walls, just like a bouncy ball.
Just Gonskis, 100%, and it's absolutely wild. And I've had 2 complaints from the neighbor, and she's deaf, so that's how hard I'm hitting them. But you know what I mean? Like you gotta do. You gotta keep the edge. You gotta keep the edge on the kids.
I guess so.
So, but yeah, Bertsky,
I'm trying to stay active. Trying to run. You know what I like about running? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I got square wheels. I can't run. I was chasing the kids around the couch the other day, and I had to take a breather. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just bag of broken bones. I'm a mess. But yeah. Anyway, so Bertsky.
Right, so where are we going with this? What's our intention with all this?
Look it. We're gonna jump into introducing our guests right now. Our first guest on the old pod here, Bertsky. We're gonna. This guy, he's no stranger to isolation. Okay, he's no stranger to isolation. The guy's from Alaska. Grew up, born and raised Alaska. A great all-around guy. Again, came out here. He's been out here. Hasn't left. Came out here a day after I did, actually, in 2010. Lived with him for a while. Bert, you had the joy of playing with him in 2015. You guys won an AIHL championship. What a big deal.
And against him for 4 years before that.
Yeah, you guys battled when you guys were with the doggies there. But like I said, just a great all-around guy. He's hung up the skates, and he'll even tell you he probably doesn't even know where they're at. Wore green gloves first year. Yeah, the old University of Anchorage, Alaska. But yeah, Bertsky, we're gonna bring out Brian Bales.
Yeah, remember that.
Yeah. So Brian Bales, welcome to the show. What's happening, bud? Let's jump into that. Right. Let's jump into that right now.
You want to see if you can get him on?
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Bales. Brian Bales, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Joey. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Hey, no problem. Born in Anchorage, Alaska, Brian. Husband and father of 3. Sioux City Musketeers, USHL 3 years. Bowling Green University 2 years. University of Alaska Anchorage 2 years. Newcastle North Stars 5 seasons. Top it all off, CBR Brave 1 season.
Hey, check that first year at Newcastle.
One of the most educated people I've ever known in my entire life. Brian Brucey, a.k.a. B-Money Bales.
Yep, I feel like you. I wish you guys the best of luck with your new podcast. I feel like you started at pretty low on the totem pole, though. So hopefully, you'll go up from here.
Bert said the same thing when I called him.
Yeah, it's like why? But I guess honestly, there's nothing else to talk about now, right?
There's nothing.
Literally. Yeah. So
we got Bale.
Why not? Bale. Why not go through the archive?
Who could be worse? Brian Bales, April 16th, 2010. Brian Bales, you came to Australia with fellow imports Blair Tassoni, Peter Cartwright, both fellow Seawolves. Tell us what you were thinking and how it all came for you to come to Australia and play an even more important role and play with two of your best friends.
Well, I mean, I know I've told you this story before, but like I didn't not even remotely want to come to Australia. Like, I mean, you just rattled off my resume, which was pretty good up until Bowling Green. Then everything went downhill from there for me. Bit of a quarter life crisis, few ups, few downs, a lot of downs during that time. And basically at the end of college, after I finished my bachelor's degree, like I wanted absolutely nothing to do with hockey sort of ever again. Kind of putted around for a bit, and then Peter Cartwright and Blair got in touch with me and asked me to come to Australia. And like I was basically just said no, like I'm not interested in going. I don't want anything to do with the sport. I'm just basically done, sort of thing. And I think it wasn't until the point where I remember like I'd moved away when I was like 17 years old from my parents' house, and I got to a point one day where I was like sitting in my room that I used to live in high school, like next door to my parents' room, and just like basically it was at a pretty low point. So Australia turned into be like yep, I'm going to Australia, like we went from don't want anything to do with it to all of a sudden like get me the hell out of where I am currently sort of thing. And yeah, man, obviously it turned out to be the best decision I've ever made, both from a like from a career perspective, from a job opportunity sort of thing, but also obviously most importantly from family side of things with Sarah and my kids and everything like that. So yeah, it ended up being the best thing for me.
Brian, you got multiple degrees, and how have you taken that? Have you shifted from being a leader on the ice, off the ice, and then shifting it into splitting with equal with your life, with your workload? You got a heavy workload. You got a pretty important job, and shifting it with your family. How do you find time?
Well, I don't know. I don't actually know how important my job actually is. I mean, I'm an accountant. It sounds like you need people like us, but really, probably don't. So, I mean, I work at a gold mining company, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just the kind of the lackey on site that runs around and does a bunch of different things and makes our numbers look pretty good, sort of thing. But yeah, man, I mean, it's every day is a sort of struggle. I mean, playing sports was always kind of threw myself into everything, very committed towards it. So I would say it's a regular struggle for me to be able to kind of switch off from work mode to come home and be a parent and, husband and that sort of stuff. And then also at the same time, like, when I spend a bit of time with my family, then I have to like kind of switch gears, and I'm not really kind of a half in sort of person. I'm usually either all in or all out sort of type thing. So yeah, I mean, good.
And you said towards the end of like your playing days, hockey became more of like an obligation, right? And I think I could even see that towards the end. I don't know if it seemed like you're really having fun with it, but is that like competitive itch still there? Like, do you feel that void in any way? Are you involved in anything at this stage, or it just like young family just is all consuming?
Yeah, honestly, like from a sports side of things, no. But I mean, I also like the people I work with are really good, so I get a lot of like I spent the last 10 months working in Sydney, and there's a lot of guys that are around my age, friends, families, stuff like that. They're all awesome guys. So like I felt like there's a little bit of the team camaraderie, the boys in the locker room type mentality, which was awesome. But no, I mean, like fantasy football is probably the only thing that I really am into, and like really into it, even though I only have one team, but it's with a bunch of my buddies from Alaska. And I spent a lot of time on it. A lot of time.
The best thing about that here is it's our Monday, right? Australian Monday, so it makes the work week that much more bearable. It's not so bad.
I totally disagree. I hate it. I hate it so much because I'm at work trying to work, but I'm like checking my phone the whole time. And like if I lose a week, I'm like so pissed for like the rest of the week. Like, like it actually I struggle. Tuesdays, if I had a bad week and I lost, I'm usually pretty pissed.
All right, let's cut that. Well, you can cut that. Go back. I'm working really hard on a Monday, and I just not paying attention.
Brian, big thing right now going on in the world, obviously with the COVID-19. Everybody's isolated, everybody's taking bunkering up and whatnot. But growing up in Anchorage, Alaska, being so far away from the rest of the 48, lower 48, you probably have had some interesting jobs. Being isolated, nothing like too crazy, but maybe anything else everybody would do. You always had that one particular very, very funny job that I used to always love it. Brian, when you were collecting, what was it, marking stakes for roads or something? Or
the job is called a stick picker. So, like, first off, I know you want to talk about this because old Moose Cunningham, who is honestly the best boss I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, first off, the guy's name is Moose. His name's Moose. And he was an absolute legend. They called everyone maggots. He was like, oh, this fucking maggot over here, fucking guy, fucking helicopter maggot, fucking driver, can't fucking pick me up, maggot. Awesome guy. That's the best guy I've ever worked for. He was so much fun. Yeah, man, you do this like stick picking job, so which was pretty cool. Like, I mean, it's brutal. You do 2 straight weeks up on like the North Pole, like the very top of Alaska by the Arctic Ocean. You basically fly around in a helicopter and you pick up sticks. And what the sticks are is in the wintertime, they build these ice roads and they have to mark them with reflectors. It's all tundra. It's like very sensitive ground. So when they do all these big drill rigs, they can't do it in the summer because it would destroy the tundra. So in wintertime, they build these ice roads. It also like connects the workforce to the drill rigs and other sites and like that. And yeah, like you do 2 straight weeks of it where the sun, because you're in the middle of the summer, doesn't even move. It's up in the middle of the sky, 2 straight weeks. So like 2 a.m. in the morning, it's in the same spot as it's 2 in the afternoon. And but like the whole point of the job is that after the 2 weeks, you go back to the rest of your summer with your buddies training, and you're cashed up. I think I made like $3 or $4 grand in 2 weeks as like a 16-year-old. I did it 2 summers in a row. I did it with my buddy Nick Mazzolini, who played at Providence, and then Peter Cartwright the next year. And like, it was an awesome job, like such an awesome job as far as like, because just you paid so much money and you worked with Moose.
The best line I've ever heard that you guys say to him and say, working up on the Brooks Range, eh? Shit, Kurt, right? You've been there.
Yeah. It's better to tell a story if you tell it like someone else has already been there and knows what you're actually talking about.
That's
So
right.
I don't know whatever happened to Moose. I saw him like years later when I was playing for UAA. Like, he was doing warm-ups and, I'm trying to hit the crossbar as you do. And there he was behind the glass, like knocking on the glass. Gave me like I can't even give you like a devil sign or something like that. I was like, Moose.
The old devil
Yeah.
hug. Bertsky, you ever get something like that? Bert, you ever have a job like that? Pay your bill, Bert.
You got your thing muted there, Bertsky. You got to unmute your computer.
Good Lord. Oh, my God.
What kind of budget operation is this?
Bert, you figure it out. 2 + 2. Unmute yourself.
Come
There
out.
you
It said
go.
Oh, there you are.
you cannot unmute yourself because the host muted you. It's your fault.
No,
You
I didn't do
did.
nothing. I didn't even touch anything.
Oh.
Sorry, my microphone has gone muted. I was waste manager at a pig farm. It was horrible. So much shit. People say their job is shit. Mine literally was. I ate, slept and breathed shit. So much shit. I have nightmares that I'm drowning in pig shit.
All right. All right,
What do
Bert.
you-
Anyways, Anchorage,
Listening
Alaska,
to her-
Brian Bales, Anchorage, Alaska, some great hockey players besides yourself come out of there. You got names such as great names, household names, NHL names, Matt Carl, Joey Crabb, Timmy Wallace, Nate Thompson, Brandon Dubinsky,
Gomez, right?
and Scotty Gomez. Some of these guys you're really good friends with. What's how do you fit with those guys? How do you guys get along growing up? Was that one team? Like what's up?
No, I wasn't fully at one team. Like, we had Carl and Dubinsky and Timmy Wallace and Cartwright, and I think there's maybe 7 or 8 other guys that all got like Div 1 scholarships off that team. Like, we were awesome as kids. But I mean, all those guys they're just cool guys. They just grew up in Alaska. Like, it's not a huge area, so everyone kind of knows each other in the hockey community. Obviously, hockey community is quite small, even across the whole world. It's amazing who knows someone that sort of thing. But obviously, in Anchorage, you're pretty isolated. And guys didn't really leave. Everyone just kind of grew up and played on the same teams together. And yeah, man, they're all freaking awesome guys. Like that. Most of those guys are in my my fantasy football league. So that's kind of the reason why I still keep in touch with those guys. Like, I'm not saying I was a shitty friend, but like I'm a shitty friend because I don't really pay a lot of effort into keeping in touch with guys.
Yeah.
I should probably do it a lot better than what I do, but fantasy football really allows me to keep in touch with those guys.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fun.
What's your fantasy football team name?
I can't say it.
All right.
My team is called the Splendid Nice Guys team. It is not offensive in any way.
So I struck a lot of fear. I got good keepers right now too. I got Kumara and McCaffrey. They're my keepers. So I'm pretty set, hopefully, for this coming season. It's a lot of pride in that league.
All right.
Shifting back to the AIHL, Brian, you had 6 seasons in the league. 6 seasons in the league. Where it was when you started to where it was when you finished, or where it is. I don't know if you've kept in touch the past year or so with Starkey, Bertsky, myself, whatever, Razor, Daner. But how do you see it's changed?
I mean, the biggest change has come from like just the imports in the league and the quality of those guys, which is in turn, lifted the quality of a lot of the local players. Just from playing with good players helps promote local talent, guys getting better, and then obviously the league has grown from like even be able to like publicize the games as well. So it's just grown through like word of mouth, but also having like media connections to it as well. So you're starting to see better players come through at a younger age as well. So no, I mean the league is up until now, and who knows at this stage with all the other shit going on, which is really a shame, both from like obviously the local guys look forward to playing and that stuff, but I know from an import perspective, a lot of those guys look forward to coming over to Australia Australia to, play in the league, have a bit of fun, see the country, get to know people down here. And so, I mean, hopefully it's just a one-off glitch thing, or it's just delayed to later in the year. But yeah, I mean, the league itself has just gotten so much better from when I first got here to where it is now, and hopefully it continues to grow into the future.
I think there's just such a strong correlation with like the exponential growth of the league through the social media outlets. It's like free publicity, right? It gets local to the games, and it just creates exposure not only to like local fans, but imports overseas. And a buddy will tell 10 buddies who will tell 10 of their buddies. So it's created exposure over the years. Now we're getting like NHL draft picks. It's crazy.
No, definitely. The biggest, I used to invite a lot of people from work to some of the games, and most people don't know anything about it. Like, you kind of watch it on TV, and it's good to watch on TV once you understand the game. But if you've never really watched it, you don't really understand the flow of the game. So I think people find it very hard to watch on TV. Yeah. But then when you go watch it live, they're like, "Holy shit, it's so fast!" Like every Aussie that I brought to a game has loved it. The biggest drawback, which they have, which hopefully over time, is to be like better facilities or just a better viewing experience facility-wise for spectators. But I think that'll be hopefully next growth within the league, and then on the track 5-10 years away, sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's what everybody's hoping for. Bert will still be playing them.
My wife has. I don't know. My days are numbered.
I went for the league to have like a Hall of Fame. Not that I think I'd be in it, but I mean, like, I would love to see Rob Stark, Ray Sheffield, Audie freaking statue somewhere. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Awesome.
So one thing I want to talk about that, I think we discussed a little bit, but
past that 2015 year shootout winner, grand final, like nothing anybody's ever seen before.
Walk us through that.
What do you want to walk you through? Did the freaking Mighty Ducks Triple Deke thing? Like, what do you want? I watched that movie religiously as a kid. If you're gonna go the go-to move, why not go with that one?
Well, yeah.
I don't like. By that stage, I was just fat and slow on the ice, and I don't know. I mean, you get lucky. You get lucky sometimes. And I
think.
There's a lot of contention over that. A lot of people thought I was a shitty call. Like, it shouldn't have been called. Like they gave it to us, sort of thing. So, I mean,
who you're talking to, I guess somebody from Melbourne would say it was a shitty call, but you can see Jeff literally like take a deep breath and then calls the shootout or the penalty shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not surprised. I didn't think Jeff was my biggest fan. I think I was a bit of a grump on the ice towards him a few times there, so I don't think he really liked me. So I must have hurt him a little bit just to be like, this fucking prick. I'm gonna give him
I couldn't even watch.
I'm gonna give him a penalty shot and overtime chance at the game winner. He probably thought I was gonna miss. That's why he gave it to me.
Man, that whole weekend was exhausting. I think we were down 3 on the Saturday to Canberra, right? We were down 3, rallied back to win. And who had the game winner? Was it Jan? I don't know.
Or Woody, maybe Woody.
Woody, yeah, Swiss. I mean, what a team we had. And that was after Moth left, right?
Yeah.
That
year I had a lot of fun that year. That was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I was glad to finally freaking win one after losing so many times in the finals. So that was nice.
That was my first year coming to Newcastle, right? And then before that year, we had like an email chain. Something you said, you were like, "I'm tired of being the bridesmaid." That's really the first correspondence I had with you, and that's the first time I had heard that. I was like, "Let's go." I mean, I had played against you guys a couple times in the semis. I mean, I had the displeasure of playing against you for years, and man, you're a difficult player to play against always, especially you and Cartwright together. That was wild, but just a slippery dude, and you made it like effortless, right? And then it was pretty cool to come and play with you too. I think we played a bit together. I think we played a little bit forward that year and connected.
Malloy had 38 points that year.
Ooh, how are you? But going back to before, Bales, 81 points. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. Triple deked everyone all year. What do you want? It works every time.
One of the best stories for Bales. Bales was renowned for never breaking a stick. Never breaking a stick. He'd go through 2 sticks in 5 years. And he broke 2 sticks, but neither of them he broke. Someone grabbed them to hand him out, and as someone broke a stick on the go, and they snapped it, and he was down to 1 stick, and then someone did the same thing again to him.
Yeah, I think someone got stuck in one of the doors in one of those shitty rinks, and it just snapped. So, yeah, man, they're good times. Good times. Seems like a lifetime ago. I'm way too. I got like a little shed out the back, and I was actually cleaning it up over this weekend, and I saw my gear, and I opened the bag up, and I'm like, I don't have a helmet. I don't even have like a complete set of gear. Yeah.
I don't know if you now that this one hits the air, I think every team's around saying, yeah, we'll give you a helmet, we'll give you gear, we'll do this for you.
Yeah.
Like new
Yeah,
phone.
what do you mean, dude? I work at home now. I wear sweatpants every day. Like, I'm not a physical specimen anymore. Well, I'm a physical specimen in a different sort of ways. I have like a breathing hard just to walk into the freaking kitchen to get more food.
Brian Bales, thanks a lot, buddy. It's great to catch up with you.
What do you mean? I thought you were gonna ask me a question about what my favorite roommate was. So I was ready for that one.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I took down. All right. Last question. Everyone's wanting to know. You lived all over the trap.
Oh.
You lived all over the trap. You had a lot of flatmates. You know, you're in Ohio. You're in, Sioux City. You're in Alaska. You're in Newcastle. Who was the best roommate that you've ever had?
Ooh, a pretty loaded question there, Joseph. I mean, easy answer though. My housing parents in Iowa, no questions.
Yep.
Awesome.
You still talk to them?
Jill and Dirkirk, they were awesome. So best roommates I ever had. I live with this guy in Adamstown though. He was a bit of a French tickler. So I don't know who else ended up with him. I think Josie threw the short straw on that one.
Yeah.
But you still breathing on people at night, or you stopped doing that sort of stuff?
No, I haven't got the nose fixed yet. Still breathing on people. Hottest day of the year, Bales and I decided to install some ceiling fans in Starkey's apartment that we were renting out. Hottest day. We didn't have a ladder, nothing like that, so we were pushing the couch around to stand up on the arms of the couch. You know, we had it certified. If anybody's going in there, we had it certified by a registered electrician after.
Yeah, Joe, we had a lot of fun. We had a couch and a TV that was like on a chair. That was all we had. We didn't have chairs or normal things to live with, but I had a great time. And then our bedrooms were like just a bed. That's all we owned, and that enclosed.
That's it.
And we had a lot of fun. But man, I remember there's like a 2-week stint there where it was like in like 45 degrees for 2 weeks straight. It would just be like 2 a.m, have a cold shower, and then go back to bed. And then the other person would it was just nuts.
Yeah.
A lot of fun though.
Yeah, no, it was a great apartment. Absolutely fucking wild. Yeah, we had some fun times. I remember when you were working at the law firm, and you'd come home, and Cartwright and Scotty Thorwald had got into the apartment, pulled your mattress out into the lounge room, and they were just laying in your mattress watching a movie or something like that. Not a happy Brian Bales coming home from work.
Well, because I used to drive the North Star mobile that had no air conditioning. It was, and I would be wearing like a shirt and tie, and I would basically get up to like stop signs and like arms up, trying to keep like the pit stains from forming under my shirt because I had no AC. It was so hot in summer, and then I'd get to work and go into like the bathroom and just like get paper towels and just like, oh my god, like I'm dying right now, and just like go stand under the fan, like just trying to cool down. Good times.
Wouldn't change it for the world. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Nah, man, it's been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. I've loved Australia. It's been great.
All right, Brian. Thanks heaps, buddy. We'll definitely be catching up with you again.
Yeah, thanks for filling the void.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Happy to fill that void. Only recommendation I can say is I work in gold mining. Don't be afraid to buy gold.
Gold.
Brian Bales.
Gold is doing well right now.
I love so much.
Go those rare earth elements.
They don't. They take buttons for currency because that's all I have right now.
Yeah.
No.
No buttons. All right,
No.
Brian Bales. Good to catch up with you, buddy.
Bye, Brian.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. It's always great to see, to hear and see Brian Bales. Bertsky, I haven't seen that guy in a while. I know you haven't either. So, like I said, it's always great to see him.
Well, honestly, there's nothing else to talk about at this stage, right? Obviously, Bales is an absolute legend, Hall of Famer in the IHL, undoubtedly. And whoever's watching this, just stick with us. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're just trying to lighten your day, give us something to look forward to as well. So,
Big time.
see where it takes us. I have
Big
no
time.
idea.
Big time. If you don't like seeing our faces, jump on SoundCloud. We'll be out there pretty soon. I'm pretty excited, though. We'll be dropping hints for our next guest earlier this week. I'm pretty excited with this person. You've known him for a while. I vaguely know him. I know him. But I'm pretty excited about it. So, like I said, we'll be dropping hints this week. Everybody, let's flatten the curve. Stay home. Stay isolated. Bertsky, stay safe. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Smell you. All right. Smell you.
Only you looking at cocks on your phone. Hey, everybody, look, there's a big old cock on this guy's phone. Check out this cock.